Hello again. Thanks for stopping by here on Sunday, November 9th, 2025. And I just got one setup slide here. What I'm going to walk you through for y'all is how Mandy is using her calendar client to send data to the Calendar Invite server to display data in the Calendar Invite console, as well as a custom site that she's using our APIs for building out a super cool solution for the NFL game series, in whereby she's loaded up all the games from her personal calendar. She sent them to the Calendar Invite server API database, and then all that data is displayed in the various Calendar Invite console and the custom built site for end users, which she has shared with to send calendar invites for particular games by simply just putting in their email address, clicking one button, and getting the calendar invite. Then Mandy tracks the calendar invite data. Particularly to what I'm going to show you all right now, though, is how the workflow of this works from left to right. So essentially, the create command is very simple, and it's so simple that sometimes people miss it. But that's a bit of the magic of the tech stack, whereby we send data to an API. In this case here, we send it to create at calendarsnack.com. That is a Dropbox for calendar invite data. We disassemble the data and we store it. And then when you use the embedded calendar invite APIs in the various upcoming web pages for the one-click calendar invites, we reassemble those calendar invites on the fly by the UID for that particular sporting event game. So let me show you all what that means. Here is Mandy's calendar. Here is a console. This is both Mandy's calendar client over here, and this is her console over here, taking on the persona and role-playing that I'm going to send new data to the upcoming, I'm going to send data to the organizer's calendar invite console, Mandy's, and then I'm going to show you guys her custom NFL game page right here. So this workflow is going to work from right to left, and you'll see it live here. So let's get to it. Here's Mandy's calendar client, and this is Mandy's calendar invite server console where the data shows up, and then downstream is her page in which she's sharing with people that she is promoting her NFL game schedule with. So example, if you go look, the last game loaded here is Sunday, November 9th, 2:05. It's today, November 9th, so we're on the same week. It's week 10. But if you look in her game calendar here on her personal calendar, she's got 3 more games she could actually send the service for them to deploy into this live calendaring system that a customer puts in their email address, clicks one button. Example, if Zach was to put in his email address here, he is able to get a calendar invite just by going down here and clicking one button. Now, what I'm going to show you all is she's going to send this data first to the calendar invite server by using the command. And that command is create at calendarsnack.com. So let's just use that. It's preloaded. I'm going to hit save. I'm going to hit that one. That data now has been sent to the Calendar Invite server Dropbox. Same with this one here. This one has not been sent there. I'm going to send it, and it's going to auto process in the Calendar Invite server. And then I'm going to send the last one for 6:20 today, November 9th, 2025. That data is right there. I'm just going to hit the save button, and you'll see this data show up here in the Calendar Invite server console right here, which is Mandy's as well. So Mandy owns both these pieces of tech. She owns her personal calendar client. She's sending data to the Calendar Invite server itself. How would you guys know that? Well, here it shows 6 events that were previously had showed up for 11/9. I'm on the 9th here. You'll see that if I move around, the data set changes. When I go back here, the data will be reloaded. I'm going to hit the refresh page to reload data, and you're going to see that here on the 9th, there'll be more data coming in here in a sec. In fact, it went from 6 to 9. So just like that, if I go back and we look at 2 225, 225, and 620. That's the Commanders versus Detroit. And where would that be? Well, we can just go take a peek here with this data. And you'll see that if I type in Detroit, there's the Detroit game there. So that just came in for the 225 time. So I'll put that back over here. And I'll go back to the dashboard itself. Go back to the 9th where we display data. And you can see that the San Francisco 49ers as well as the Commanders showed up here as well. So if we go look for, let's go look for San Fran. Well, there's the Commanders here. So that data showed up for 225, excuse me. And then if I go back to view events, go back to the 9th, what else showed up here? We had the San Francisco 49ers versus LA. And if we go look for that, let me just go to San in the picker. You'll see it show up here in our little search head. There it is there. That data showed up for 225 as well. So I may conclude the demo there, but let's just go to the live landing page and it'll show you and illustrate that that data now has showed up here. So when I showed you to begin with, the last game displayed here was 2:05 p.m. When I hit refresh, we should get 3 more games show up here in the picker, and it shows you the live illustration of the data being created and then the event information being scribed into the database for the Counter-Invite server on AWS, and then our display APIs pulling that data out and refreshing this page would show you all that this new data showed up. So I did prove to you that the 620 data showed up, the 225 here showed up, and the 225 here showed up. So essentially we had 3 new games show up here in data. And if I was to, by example, go to 620 and show you all again how data works in the pipeline, what I'm going to do is just update this data here by putting an event message in the event message body over here. I'm going to hit paste. You'll see that new data in there. You'll see that that data got on this display page here by essentially sending it to the Dropbox. And what I'm going to do again is save this data. It's going to push the new data to the APIs, and that display data will pick it up here. And then when I go back into here, you'll see in game day details that data has already showed up. So in live theater, the Los Angeles game here, you'll see is the same here from Mandy's calendar. It hit the APIs, and then we updated this with event message 1. Now I can go back to San Francisco, do the same sequence of events. I can basically go into this game data here. I can paste this information in. Now before I get ahead of the schedule, at least with the demo, let me go down and show you all that the San Francisco game does not have this data in it. So what does that mean? Well, let's go look at game details. You'll see here that that data is not yet in it. Now when I hit save, it's going to hit the pipeline and it's going to update the data in the AWS Calendar Invite server we built. I'm going to hit save. That's going to push the new data here, and it's going to show y'all that the new data is going to show up on this page. How would you know that? Well, I'm going to hit refresh, and I apologize for that. That's my bad. Let me go back to the main page, and that would be .com 31 events, excuse me. There we go. Get the page back, and we'll continue on with the demo because I'm going to show you and prove to you that the San Francisco 49ers versus the Rams has this new data set in it. How would you know that? Well, I need to show you it. So we're going to go back to San Francisco, and that is right here in the game details, and you'll see that I updated that one too. So that shows you the liquidity of this pipeline here. And the pipeline itself, anytime we use the create update command, it goes across the API gateways and updates the data in the AWS Calendar Invite server database. And then anything that is using the get commands to actually take the data out of the database and display it is showing up in not only the Calendar Invite console itself, where we display the information for someone like the organizer Mandy, anything that Mandy built that she owns that is a custom page and she's using her API keys she's built, and it updates the information there as well. Thanks for stopping by.